Hello, hello. Okay. Okay. Yeah, fine. Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to see you today. Hello, hello. Oh, some technical issues. Hello, hello. How are you? How is your summer? What are you doing? Hello, hello. What are you doing? And what are your plans for this weekend? Today I'm full. Today I will be busy all day. I don't know, but Friday is the busiest day of the week for me. And after that, on Saturday, I'm going to meet my friends who I haven't seen for ages. We were living in the dormitory, but they are older, and we haven't seen for 3 years now. That's why we organized a get together to say what about you. Veronica, I'm going to stay home. To stay at home, right? It's a good idea. It's very hot now, so it's a good idea. What about others? Going to have a little fun this weekend, like that, and to be ready for I have some new students this week, and this Saturday I will have some first lessons with them. What about you? What do you do? Okay. So nobody is reacting. Fine. Good. So this week, I was planning, not I was planning, but the syllabus is planned like that this week we have Gala Project Week. So your task will be to send your project to the Google document. The link I'm going to send now, just here. And the topic of the week will be the topic of today's webinar. So this is the link you are going to send, or you should send your project. And this is a Gala project. That's why you will receive presents for the best project of the week, right? I will decide the best project of the week, and maybe my decision will depend on the activeness of people throughout all our webinars, throughout all our 6 weeks with you. So maybe it will be like that. So the topic of this project will be today's topic of the webinar. And it won't be very hard because during the whole webinar, we are going to discuss your topics, to brainstorm some ideas, to brainstorm some thoughts that will help you to organize and to design this project. It will give you some food for thought. It will give you, today's webinar will give you some push for your ideas, for your flow and like mind flow, or something that will help you to understand the topic of the webinar, first of all, and after that to understand what you want to write about. So the project is in any format possible, anything you like. It can be it can be photos, it can be PowerPoint presentation, it can be other kinds of presentations, videos, posts, or maybe Instagram posts, maybe social media posts. Maybe after this webinar, you will decide to write the post on your social media. And the internet connection is not stable, so I'm afraid I won't be able to participate fully in this one. That's fine. You always have the recording, and it seems to me that it won't be critical about that. Margarita, hello. So during today's webinar, we are going to brainstorm some of the ideas to understand, and I will show you some hints. I will present you some pieces of advice that will help you, first of all, in your growth mindset and all stuff like that, growth, personality growth. And also it will help you with your project. The project is very practical. It's very applicable to everything. And after this project, you will be one step ahead of, not ahead, but one step towards your dreams come true. Okay, good. Let's start. I will open. Okay. So today, today's webinar's topic is personal growth project. So itself, today's webinar is a project, but the conclusion of what we will be talking about today will be implemented and is going to be implemented in your final project. So please be attentive, be active, be creative also, and it will give you the immense impact on your personality itself. That's just, it's becoming hotter and hotter, so I should switch on the conditioner. Right. So first of all, we are going to start the project, and we are going to choose ideas for the project. But we are not going to choose the ideas for the project. We are going to speak about all of the topics. But at the end of the webinar, it's up to you to decide which topic you want to speak about. After that, we are going to look at the tips of how to make your dream come true. And especially the method which is called progressive transformation mirror. Also, we are going to look at the mirroring technique, which is also helpful. And also we are going to have a look at the SMART goal setting technique, developing action plan, it's up to you, and project presentation, you will implement it in your Google Doc. Right. Let me check whether. Good. So let's have a look. So the topics of today's webinar are the following. Let's brainstorm some ideas and let's talk about something that you have on your mind. So the first one, what is the new skill you want to learn? What is the new skill you want to learn? Speaking about, can you type in the chat box a new skill that you want to learn? Speaking about me, I want to learn a communicative skill, and especially like not in general communicative skill, but something. For example, I want to be very careful with my words, especially speaking about my friends and my acquaintances. So the people who I have friendly relationships with them, I want to be more careful with the language I use. Sometimes I can use some of the offense, some kind of, I can be rather harsh, or I can be offensive, or I can be tough with my ideas, very persistent with my ideas. That's why bossy sometimes. And of course, I understand that it's friendly, but I clearly understand that sometimes it can be not polite, a bit too much, a bit not very pleasant for the person I speak to. So the thing I want to learn is to filtrate somehow my language, my communication, and to be more aware of the words I use, or of the ideas that I present. So this is the skill that I want to learn, and the skill that will help me with the relationships with people. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Masha, right. I want to learn one more language. German. I also want German. I want to learn German. Okay. Nikita, I want to learn some basic cooking skills. Oh, wow. Interesting. Veronica, I want to learn a creative skill. I want to learn some language better. You want to learn or you want to improve the language, right? Some language. Okay, good. Fine, I will. Great. Cool. Creative skills, right? Maybe some other skills, manual skills. Oh, I also want to learn some language. Why not? Okay, good. Speaking about the second one, what about the new experience that you want to get? A new experience that you want to get. Speaking about me, the experience that I really want to get is the feeling of experiencing the feeling of freedom while having some rest. Usually when I have some rest, when I'm on holiday or on my vacation, I can't switch off from work. I always think about the work I have after my holiday. I always think about the work or business that I should do during the holiday. or before the holiday. Or that's why if I do something before the holiday, I think about it during the holiday. And for me, it's very difficult to somehow abstract and to take my mind off from work, from studying. It doesn't matter really. But for me, it's very difficult. And the new experience that I want to get is just switch off my mind and enjoy relaxing, enjoy the vacation to the full. So what about you? What about the new experience that you want to get? I want to jump and get, oh wow, and get adrenaline, to go parachuting, right? To jump with parachute. It's from Ukrainian. It's go parachuting. Mm-hmm. To try how to travel around the world without parents. Wow, cool. I want to control my anxiety better. Mm-hmm. Good. Fine. A wariness, yeah, some preoccupations that you can have. Mm-hmm. Cool. Right. Okay. What about the next one? What about an old weakness that you want to transform into a strength? It's a kind of interesting question. An old weakness that you want to transform into a strength. For example, I have one weakness. It's laziness sometimes. It's not like laziness, solely laziness, but sometimes it's a mixture of procrastination and laziness and everything like that, and rest, kind of all this stuff. And sometimes when I want to do something, or I have some task, or I have some goal to do, to complete, I usually tend to choose, um, if I want, for example, some exam to take, or to learn something new, or to pick up new skill, or to gain some knowledge, I usually tend to choose um, doing it in a group, or doing it with somebody. So I can hire some coaches, I can hire some teachers, I can take some marathons or group courses, or some courses, doesn't matter. So something that implies spending money, but I clearly understand that I can do it on my own. I have enough qualifications, skills, and knowledge to do it on my own, but I won't do it because of this mixture of procrastination, laziness, and rest, and work-life balance, and like that. And that's why, if I could a little bit transform this weakness into the strength of doing it on my own, or at least trying to do it on my own, I will be much stronger than I am now. What about you? Nikita writes the same weakness as you. Oh, cool. Thanks a lot. I want to stop trusting easily. Yeah, it's a very it's a very right. I also and sometimes being over polite. Sometimes I don't want to hurt anybody with with my words. For example, when somebody comes to me and says something, I don't want to um, I don't want to be and to show myself like an impolite person. And sometimes I just want easily to go away, but I can't, because I think that it's too impolite. That's why I start saying something, and the person starts thinking that I'm interested in him or in his products or whatever. Sometimes, right, if I turn this weakness into the strength, I would have much more time. Trusting easily, control anxiety. I want to beat my laziness and find the strengths to do what's obligatory. Okay, strengths, right? A good one. To beat. To get rid of laziness, right? Oh, we won't get rid of laziness. Maybe be doing nothing is the sign that you are tired or exhausted, or something that it's the sign that you don't want to do the thing that you should do. It's like, can be different things. I want to be more open minded and in some situations calmer. Just get it positively. Good, good. More open minded. Taking everything not so seriously as you do. Cool. And the last one. What's your big dream that you want to come true? What's your big dream? What about you? My big dream is to study abroad. Okay, very nice. Speaking about me, my big dream is to find a job that I get the maximum pleasure and get the optimum amount of money. So the amount of money I think is enough for me. It is more than enough for me, and the job that I get pleasure. I know this job, I know it, but I need to work a little bit towards getting this job. So I think that this big dream I want to come true. What about you? So studying abroad. What else? Helping global community after studying, or like volunteering or something, right? Contributing to the. Okay, what else? Helping global community. That's like volunteering, like that, doing a bit for society, right? Okay, what else? Yes, okay, right. Volunteering is a great job. Okay, fine. Good. Now let's have a look at something that will help you. So we spoke about some of your dreams, some of your desires, some of your expectations or whatever, like goals, right? Let's have a look at the technique that will help you to understand yourself easily. And secondly, it will help you to interpret your desires, your goals, or your weaknesses in a more explicit way. So the technique which I really love is progressive transformation mirror. It's a specific goal setting and mindset changing technique. It can be used to develop a growth mindset, to be and keep motivated, to believe in your own efforts and transform your problems, weaknesses, or obstacles into your goals. Let's have a look. Let's figure out the situation. You have a problem, obstacle, or weakness. So you wrote in the chat, you wrote about your weaknesses as anxiety, trusting people easily. What else? Trusting people easily, being not very open-minded, laziness, um, controlling anxiety, and others. And you have different factors, right, that that are attributed to your problem. For example, I don't know, I'm overweight. I eat at night, factor one. I eat a lot of fast food, factor two. And factor three, um, I don't cook at home, something. Here is the progressive transformation mirror. And our problem becomes a goal, right? And factors are transformed into tasks, towards tasks that should be done, should be completed in order to fulfill the goal you have. And that's the main principle, the best principle of this transformation mirror. Let's have a look at the examples of our problems. Problem number one, you have extra weight. Factor one, I eat everything, eat at night, and don't do sports. If we put everything, if we put all this stuff through the progressive transformation mirror, our goal will be to lose weight. I have extra weight, so I have to lose it. Goals will be developing a healthy diet because you eat everything. That's why you need to maintain a healthy diet. If you eat at night, so you probably don't have a regular regime. That's why you need to develop eating schedule. And if you don't do sports, so you need to enroll to the gym. So you need to start doing sports. That's it. Let's have a look and let's practice. So we are going to have factors, but we don't have a problem. So can you type in the chat box your guesses about the problem or weakness? So factor one, I don't understand math. I don't prepare for my tests. And factor three, my math teacher doesn't like me. Three factors. Can you please type in the chat box guesses what the problem is? Goal will be improving my math grades. Tasks. To find a tutor or mentor, because if you don't understand math, it means that on your own, you can't cope with it. That's why you need to find a friend or tutor. or a tutor, a mentor, doesn't matter, coach, teacher. Task number 2, to practice before your tests. And task number 3, to improve your relationships with the teacher. So sometimes if you don't prepare for tests, you need to start doing it. You need to revise. You need to, maybe sometimes you can cram for tests and pull an all-nighter, but still you need to do it. Doesn't matter how, but you need to start doing it. Right. Masha writes misunderstanding in math. So I often fail my math test, or my academic achievement, math academic achievement is very poor. That's why. Okay. Let's go to another problem. Again, factor 1, I don't plan. I don't have enough energy, and I do a lot of favors. Can you please type in the chat box the problem or weakness that you have according to these factors? I don't plan, I don't have enough energy, and I do a lot of favors. The goal is to increase your productivity. Task number 1, learn how to plan and how to prioritize, how to allocate time and to manage your day. Task number 2, don't have enough energy, to plan some rest, right? If you don't have enough energy, so have a breather. And 3, do a lot of favors. Learn how to delegate, learn how to say no to something, right? And the problem will be misunderstand in math, right? What will be the problem or the weakness of this person? I'm not organized. Let's check. Lack of time for everything. Actually, it doesn't matter. Maybe less organized, lack time for everything, right? So that is the transformation mirror. Okay, right. When it comes to problem solving, what's more effective? Focusing on the problem at hand, or on setting goals for what we'd like to accomplish? So now let's get into this question in more details, according to what we were speaking about, this transformation mirror. And let's draw the conclusion. If you stop and think about it, people more often use creativity to find a means of achieving a goal rather than solving a problem. Right. Right. Any problem still can be reiterated as a goal. If your sales are down, or if you don't have enough time, or if you have extra kilos, your goal then would be to increase sales, to increase your productivity, to lose weight and others. You want to improve yourself. You want to make yourself plan, or you want to make yourself eat better and do sports in order to achieve your aim. Why goals are better than problems? More importantly, a lot of experts believe that there are important advantages to using the word goal as the aim of the creativity process. Firstly, translating a problem if you are starting from a problem, into a goal encourages you to question the problem. This in the majority of experiences of people is where most of people fail when trying to solve problems. They immediately try to come up with ideas rather than try to understand the problem properly. Formulating goal statements from problems makes you think about the problem and what aspect of it you actually wish to solve. If you say, we need to increase sales, I need to lose weight, I need to increase productivity, no, I want to be more productive, most people will immediately reply, of course, I also want to lose weight. Of course, I also want to increase sales or whatever. I want also to be more organized or something. Um, does it make you um, wish to do it? Does it make you motivated? Actually, not. Um, you may realize that your goal is to generate more more leads for your sales team, to buy some marathon, for losing weight, or to take in some courses, or searching for the problem in yourself. Or you might realize that your product, for example, is perceived as a bit outdated, not very modern, not very enticing for the young people. That's why when you try to sell it, nobody buys it. And you need to make your product modern, more popular among more popular among young people, more trendy. That's why these two goals are different. I need to increase sales and I need to make my product more enticing and more trendy. That's why either or both could be goals you need to strive for in order to achieve your overriding goal of selling more or increasing your sales or losing weight, anything. In addition, achieving a goal is more positive and motivating with the specific aims that you want to achieve a goal but not to solve your problem, is more positive and motivating than using it to solve a problem. Sure, it's the same thing, but you perceive it differently, and the result is of course different. But which challenge do you think most people would find more interesting? Our line of clothes is outdated and sales are falling. How can we solve this? Or let's make our line of clothes trendy and exciting. How can we do this? Of course, the second version is much more pleasing and satisfying. Goals and sub-goals. So working with goals instead of problems makes it easier to divide big goals into smaller sub-goals, which may become a part of the final solution. This can be important too. When people come with a problem that needs to be solved, these problems are the result of multiple issues, each of which need to be addressed. However, at least according to the experts, the notion of root problems and sub-problems seems odd. Worse, it seems depressing. Of course, problems are still relevant to creative idea generation. If we face problems in business, in personal life, in education, in studying, etc., it's still essential to deconstruct and analyze those problems. Formulating a goal statement is ultimately a reworking of a problem statement. Nevertheless, I believe that if we aim to focus creativity on attaining stated goals, we will get more interesting results. What do you think? What's your experience in deconstructing or interpreting your weakness or problem as a goal, or deconstructing it into a goal? What do you think about this interesting technique? That's why we have talked with you about getting a new skill, a new experience, transforming your old weakness into a strength, and making your big dream come true at the beginning of the webinar. Choose one topic or choose all the topics and try to analyze it and deconstruct it in the goal one. Yeah, for example, I spoke about my laziness and a mixture of procrastination and doing something on my own. So, for example, I can deconstruct it into through a transformation mirror by saying, I want to try. I want to try taking all the courses on my own and doing all the courses on my own, like that. Some technical issues happened. Something with my camera. Okay, sorry. Okay, right. Let's have a look at another technique, which is called mirroring technique. So mirroring is the basic principle. The basic principle of mirroring technique is anyone who triggers judgment or emotion in you, a co-worker, a child, spouse, school thief, liar, people of color, those who practice a specific religion, a guy who cuts you off in a traffic, a rude waitress, or your sibling reflects something to you about yourself. What you see in the mirror could be a trait you dislike in yourself or don't want to admit you possess, or it could be a characteristic you lack but wish you owned. So mirroring as a strategy, to apply it in your own life as a personal growth strategy, notice when you get triggered by other people. If you find yourself judging or experiencing strong negative emotion related to someone, you are triggered. Once you realize you are triggered, ask yourself, what do you see in that person that is a reflection of you? Once you realize that you possess the same trait, could behave in the same manner under the right circumstances, or lack that characteristic, you can let go of judgment and lessen the degree of emotion you feel. That step doesn't, however, mean you condone a behavior quality. Instead, by understanding how you are like the other person in some way, you develop compassion and understanding for him and yourself. It's up to you to change based on what you've learned. You can be more accepting of the other person, or you can begin to develop the desired trait. So mirrors are everywhere now, and mirroring technique is a self-reflecting technique, which will help you to a bit enhance your personality as a good member of society. Now you can, with the help of this table, you can write your problem, obstacle, or weakness factors and transform it into the goal and tasks. Now I'm going to help you with another very cool technique, which is called SMART goal. Goals are a part of every aspect of business, life, education. They provide a sense of direction, motivation, a clear focus, and clarify importance. By setting goals, you are providing yourself with a target to aim for. A SMART goal is used to help guide goal setting. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic or result-oriented, and time-bound or timely. Therefore, a SMART goal incorporates all of these criteria to help you focus on your efforts and to increase the chances of achieving your goal. SMART goals are specific, so they are well-defined, clear, and unambiguous. They are measurable with a specific criterion that measure your progress toward the accomplishment of the goal, attainable and non-impossible to achieve, realistic within reach, result-oriented, and relevant to your life purpose and your goals, time-bound with a clearly defined timeline, including a starting date and a target date. The purpose is to create urgency. Oh, I wanted to speak about, right. So goals that are specific have a significantly greater chance of being accomplished. To make a goal specific, the 5 questions must be considered. Who is involved in this goal? What do I want to accomplish? Where is this goal to be achieved? When do I want to achieve this goal? Why do I want to achieve this goal? For example, a general goal would be, let's have a look at the examples. I want to lose 30 kilos. A more specific goal would be, I want to buy a gym membership at the gym nearby and work out twice a week to be healthier. Why do you do it? To be healthier. A SMART goal must have criteria for measuring progress. If there are no criteria, you will not be able to determine your progress and if you are on track to reach your goal. To make a goal measurable, ask yourself, how many and how much? How do I know if I have reached my goal? What's my indicator of progress? For example, building on the specific goal with kilograms. I want to buy a gym membership at the gym nearby, work out twice a week to be healthier, and every week I will lose 1 kilogram. For example, 1 kilogram of body fat. Sometimes I can add, I can spend or I can allocate 20 Southern Greenness for this goal. Right, achievable. A SMART goal must be achievable and attainable. This will help you to figure out ways you can realize that goal and work towards it. The achievability of the goal should be stretched to make you feel challenged, but defined well enough that you can actually achieve it. Ask yourself, do I have the resources and capabilities to achieve the goal? If not, what am I missing? Have others done it successfully before? Maybe it's impossible to lose 30 kilograms in a week, right? They be achievable. Realistic. The goal must be realistic and realistically achieved, given the available resources and time. It's likely realistic if you believe that it can be accomplished. Is the goal realistic and within reach? Is the goal reachable given the time and resources? Are you able to commit to achieving the goal? And time bound. A SMART goal must be time bound in that it has a start and finish date. If the goal is not time constrained, there will be no sense of urgency and therefore less motivation to achieve the goal. Does my goal have a deadline? By when do you want to achieve your goal? For example, building on the goal about losing kilograms. On the 1st of August, I will buy a gym membership in the gym nearby. I will work out twice a week. Every week, I will aim to lose 1 kilogram of body fat. And by the end of August, I will have realized my goal if I lose 30 kilos of fat over the course of the month. Or no, over the course not of the months, but over the course of, I don't know, just count. It's for example, right? So I have, that's why I use here present, future perfect, present simple, future continuous. So use like that. It's time bound, realistic, achievable, and motivated, right? Individuals or businesses will set themselves up for failure by setting general and unrealistic goals, such as I want to be the best, I want to buy Porsche, or I want to increase my income, I want to get a plastic surgery. These goals are vague. They have no sense of direction. SMART goals set you up for success by making goals specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. The SMART method helps you to push further, gives you a sense of direction, and helps you to organize and reach your goals. Like that. Can you help me and share with me in the chat box whether you used this method or not, and what was your experience? For example, I have the experience of writing a professional development, my professional development plan during the first lockdown, and I used a SMART goal technique. And I was writing about all my goals that I want to achieve when the curtailment of our freedom will be lower. So I was writing it with the help of the SMART technique. After that, I started doing something during the lockdown. I developed the habit of doing it. And after that, I realized I forgot about this plan. And after that, I realized maybe at the end of this spring, because this development plan was for a year. And at the end of this spring, I realized that I did everything that I planned with the same amount of money, with the same amount of time, with the same amount of resources. I realized everything that I planned. I was shocked. I was shocked. I can show you like that this professional development plan. Where is it? It was in the electronic version. Here it's very small, and they were just ideas, because to write your goals and to write your goals with this SMART technique, it's very difficult, and you need a lot of time to process it here. It's my professional development, but it's in electronic version. It's a better one. Here, there is, what are your long-term goals? First of all, what are your key milestones? What skills do you need to gain or improve to reach your goals? What actions are you going to take, and your time frame? Actually, in the time frame block, I had 2 blocks with a time frame with the time, and another block with resources, so with the amount of money. And I wrote everywhere, you use this technique. I had a coach, like my teacher, and it really helped because you process your desires, you process your problems into goals, and it helps you to look at yourself from a different perspective. Look at your problems and look at your desires from a different perspective. That's why I highly recommend you to do this and to practice it. Not yet, but I want to try it. Right, try it. It's a very good one. Okay. I wanted to show you a video. We have 2 minutes. It's 1 minute long. Here. Just a second. Here. Right.
I feel so strongly that the reason I'm here is I dreamed big dreams. I dreamed the kind of dreams that other people said would not be possible. I'm also living proof. This isn't a Hollywood movie. I come literally from the other side of the tracks. If you saw where I grew up and we took a picture of it, the neighborhood, the setting, you'd say it's impossible that someone could come from there and get here. But it is possible. If you dream big and surround yourself with great people and leave your ego at the door and share success with others and have a little luck along the way, you can do anything. But there will be people along the way, and I remember this, who will say to you, you know, you're dreaming too big. It's not possible. Those things just can't happen. Don't allow anyone, friend, family, acquaintance, teachers, whoever it is, don't allow anyone to tell you that what you are dreaming for yourself and your family is not possible. It is possible. Don't be one of those people 20 years from now are going to be walking around in a 9-to-5 job, miserable and angry and bitter because you let your dreams get away from you because you did not believe strongly enough in yourself and what was possible. Don't allow that to happen. This is an unbelievable time. And I can't encourage you enough to continue to think that things are possible and that your dreams can come true.
Okay, so it's a bit of a motivation for you. Thanks a lot and see you the next week. I wait for your projects. Bye-bye.